So today's class is about genomic library and cDNA library. These are nothing but gene library. Library is nothing but it is a collection of a clone restriction fragments of the DNA of an organism. Like how you have library, where you have a collection of books. Here you have the collection of the DNA. So if you want to have the collection of a genes of a single organism, what you are supposed to do is you have to extract DNA from that organism, cleave that DNA into different fragments, and that each fragment is being cloned into a suitable vector, and the vectors will be introduced into a host. So the complete genome of an organisms are present in that particular uh, DNA library, right? So what is this DL? So first, coming to genomic DNA library, here you see that you can maintain this genomic DNA library from the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes do not have the introns, but eukaryotes have introns. So you maintain a cDNA library. cDNA library stands for complementary DNA library. So how do you construct this genomic library is, the first one is the isolation of the genome. You take one organism, for example E. coli, extract the genomic DNA from that, and then you will cleave that genomic DNA with the help of a restriction endonucleases enzyme, so that you get different fragments. So each fragment, you will take each fragment of that particular organism is being cloned in a suitable vector, and that vector is being introduced into a suitable host. For example, you can see here genomic DNA library. Just imagine this is a DNA of a single cell. What are you doing? You are extracting the DNA. This is the genomic DNA, and you are digesting this genomic DNA with restriction enzymes. So what are you getting by digestion? You get different fragments, right? So this fragments you are keeping aside, and then again what you are supposed to do, you are isolating the genomic DNA here. Now what will be your next step? That you have to insert this fragments into vectors. So take the vector here. These are the plasmid vectors, and cleave this also with the restriction enzyme, so you get cleaved vectors. So and then you have to insert this foreign DNA into this vectors, and then these vectors are introduced into a bacterial host, into a host. So what happens as the host replicates, that this particular DNA also replicates. So extract the DNA from this, and you maintain a collection of a genomic DNA library, right? So this is about the genomic DNA library. So what are the vectors you can use for inserting your foreign DNA or the DNA of all the DNA of that particular organism? You have bacterial artificial chromosome, bacteriophage, PAC, TAC, WAC, that is yeast artificial chromosome. Lambda phages can also be used. Cosmids can be used for as a vector. So this was about the genomic library, where you are maintaining the segments of the DNA of the complete or of that particular organism. Complete genome of an organism is taken, fragmented, inserted into a vector, where those vectors have been maintained into a host. So this is a collection of the DNA in genomic DNA library. Now coming to cDNA library. What is the cDNA library? This is applicable to the eukaryotic genes, because eukaryotic DNA contains introns, right? So if you take eukaryotic DNA like that and fragment that into digest that and bring about the fragments, it is waste, because you also have introns in that. So your aim of cDNA library is, you first convert the DNA into mRNA. That means you have to isolate the mRNA of that particular DNA, and then take that mRNA and treat that mRNA with an enzyme called as reverse transcriptase enzyme, so that the reverse transcriptase enzyme can change mRNA into cDNA, right? For example, you can take this eukaryotic gene, where you have exons, introns, and exons. Exons, as I told you, these are the coding sequences. They have give rise to a functional protein. Introns, they do not give rise to any functional protein, so they have to be removed. So what is happening in the transcription? This particular DNA is undergoing transcription, so you are getting an RNA script, pre-mRNA script. Why? Because you have introns here. As I already told you in mRNA, that introns in mRNA have to be removed by a mechanism called as splicing mechanisms, spliceosomes. are required to remove the introns which are present in this, because these are the unnecessary sequences which are present in the DNA. So by spliceosomes and by the process splicing, the introns have been removed. So you are generating an mRNA. So this is the isolation of the mRNA. What is the next step here? That you have to treat this mRNA with an enzyme called as reverse transcriptase. As you know, reverse transcriptase changes RNA into DNA. So now you got a DNA of that particular gene. But here the difference between this and this is, here you have introns, here you do not have introns. So now what you are doing here? So now you got a single stranded DNA that is being changed to double stranded DNA by DNA polymerase. So you get this particular DNA. Now you can cleave this into different fragments and then insert that into vectors, and then transfection can be done. So these are the construction of cDNA library. The way you have to isolate the mRNA first, then the prepare complementary DNA by using reverse transcriptase, then clone in a suitable vector system, then transformation in a suitable host. So you can see here isolation of mRNA has already been done. You have mRNAs here. Treat this mRNA with reverse transcriptase enzyme, and so you get a cDNA. This cDNA is cleaved into different fragments, and you also take vectors here. Vectors are also being cleaved into different, so that you can insert your complementary DNA here. Ligation, you are inserting your cDNA into the vectors, and ligation is occur and transfer this vector into a suitable host. Here you can see E. coli cell. Then what is happening, as a E. coli, you have to extract the DNA from this and then maintain the collection of cDNA library. These are the actively transcribed genes. So this is about cDNA library. Now what is the difference between genomic library and cDNA library? Genomic library is from the genomic DNA, and cDNA library, how are you maintaining? From the mRNAs. Here the frequency of hits independent of gene is high, and here it is dependent. This genomic library will have promoters and introns. Promoters, as you know, it is a site onto which RNA polymerase bind, and then it is helpful in transcription process. But if you take cDNA, you will not find any promoters and introns. It cannot, here genomic library cannot express in heterologous system, but here the cDNA library expression is feasible if linked to a suitable promoter. Genomic library, what are the usefulness? How are they useful? They are useful for genomic analysis, map based cloning, promoter studies, etc. And cDNA library, it is useful for analysis of coding regions and gene functions.